Toronto is one of the most diverse cities in the country, and many here believe the city's character is most evident in neighborhoods like the one I'm in right now, Chinatown. But a proposed development is threatening to bring in a new wave of change, and that facelift comes at the expense of a favorite restaurant.
To hear that this is closing down really breaks my heart because it's not only my memories, but the memories of everyone who's actually been here and have to help to build a community here as well.
The neighborhood is bracing itself for a Chinatown without iconic Rolson.
I feel heartbroken. I've been coming to this restaurant for 20 years, and sometimes weekly.
Changed the flavor of this area for sure.
For more than 2 decades, the all-day dim sum restaurant located at 322 Spadina Avenue has been a staple in the community. The sign above, a beacon for many foodies.
We're going to one of my favorite restaurants here in Toronto, Rolson Restaurant.
It's also where you would find Toronto Raptor Serge Ibaka after some of his biggest games, saying it's among his favorite places to dine, a sentiment shared by other longtime patrons.
I don't know how we would ever replace Rolson.
Bringing with it authentic cuisine that adds to the fusion of the neighborhood, and it felt like home for some.
My parents were newcomers to Canada, and this is kind of like the spot to go eat Chinese food, for groceries.
Last month, an application was filed for a new 13-story mixed-use high tower that will create 239 units and will span the area between 315 to 325 Spadina Avenue, and a total of 2 buildings between Darcy and Baldwin Streets.
Well, I think from the BIA's perspective, having new energy, new investment, new changes, and new business coming into the area would encourage more and more people coming into Chinatown and frequent our Chinatown more often.
The changing face of Toronto has brought forth concerns. Many corners of the city are seeing transformations similar to the gentrification that some say is threatening Chinatown. And oftentimes it's small businesses who are prey to these changes, either being pushed out or unable to exist with skyrocketing rents.
Yeah, I do actually feel upset. Not only just this restaurant, but a few other restaurants and stores around the neighborhood as well.
And I did have the opportunity to speak with one of the co-developers, Podium Developers. They tell me that they've been in conversation with Rolson here. And as I mentioned, they will be having some commercial spaces. So they said they're in early conversation about Rolson possibly even being able to move into one of those spaces. He says it's still early days as they still have to go through the city process, and it'll be at least a year and a half before we see any action here.